Gary, I was just going to ask, how would you describe Node40 to maybe someone who isn't in this space, like in a simple sentence?
I think the best way is it's a dashboard that maybe you don't need when you're doing 1 mile an hour, and it's probably too heavy. Node40 is not for a $100 Bitcoiner. Node40 is for a guy that has a $250,000 plus investment. And I think about this like I think of cars. My daughter has a van. She is probably going to spend a lot less on taking care of that van than I am on my Range Rover. My daughter is going to go to the closest place to change the oil possible. I'm going back to Range Rover. Right? Why? The investment's a little bit more serious. So what I need is I need a dashboard. I need professionals around me. If I'm in a Ferrari, like if you're in Bitcoin, you're in a Ferrari. The question is, how much of that Ferrari do you have? The more you have, the more it becomes relevant. So at $250,000, if you have a quarter of a Bitcoin, you think Bitcoin's going to be worth $1 million and you're not going to sell it for 8 years. You just didn't understand that you also need to look at the cost to protect that Bitcoin. And part of the cost is this. You're going to spend, if you buy the right solution, you just have to assume, hey, I'm going to spend another 5 to 10 grand a year on making sure my Bitcoin position's secure. If you're not willing to do that, and you're going to hold Bitcoin for, say, 10 years, you're going to pay $50,000 to somebody over 10 years to make sure you keep your money. Now, we can argue over, hey, what's the balance? If that Bitcoin's really not worth $1 million, but it's worth 13 million, I'm pretty sure you're going to be okay paying $250. And the likelihood of it being worth 13 million is probably greater than just one. And it's really about your duration. But at the end of the day, your real cost that you should be looking at is, what is my cost I'm preventing in the future? This is a hard thing for most people to buy into. I ain't buying something I might need in the future. Well, when you need it in the future, let's remember inflation is a real thing. Your lawyers may cost you $3,000 then. Okay? And you will hire the best lawyers. If you don't have one, you need to contact me, because the people you're going against, they don't care how many hours they spend. So you have to get a really good one, and then you have to make sure that lawyer has the tools. Like I have the fifth, I'm involved with the fifth largest law firm in the world. Well, I just moved it. Why? Because they have a digital division. Now, I will not let the lawyer that I like that's at that firm handle any of my shit, though. Dude, introduce me to your digital guy. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Right? I need your digital guy. And those are really hard to find. I'll bet you there's not 50 lawyers in the world that understand Bitcoin. And there's probably only 25 accountants. There's probably only 12 accountants on the planet that understand this. So it's an awesome opportunity. It's also an awesome opportunity for users. Anybody that's buying Bitcoin, like, you just need to think about this. If you're not considering this, this is probably more stupid than you not understanding your own self-custody, quite frankly. Because who cares if you, in fact, self-custody is riskier than exchange custody in this case, because people are going to assume you've done something naughty because of the peer-to-peer. So if you have your own wallet, like, I could look at this and go, oh, if you show up with your own wallet, I'm going to charge you more, because I should charge you more because you have more risk. Now, I won't do that, but the point I'm trying to make is, if you're really into self-custody, you need this more than an exchange. For sure, because I can pull the records. It may cost me a little bit more. And, let's remember, the USA, the enforcement authorities literally have their eyeballs right up Coinbase's ass. And then they've also done the same thing to Binance. So they know everything. And if you've already cheated 4 years ago, I would call me like right now, because you're most certainly known. Chainalysis has shared all the data on the entire block, dude. So if you've done something naughty, like I would get in front of it. I would go sit down with somebody and go, hey, you know, we made a mistake. By the way, there is literally 4 months and the US government's allowing you to reissue your filings. Okay, there's about three accounting firms that know how to do this. Contact me. But if you accidentally didn't lose that in a boating accident and you realize, oh, shit, I'm not going to win that argument. And if you do win, it's going to cost you $1 million probably. Then, and maybe you found those coins, there is a 4-month window we can help you with to reestablish what that cost base was. Maybe those didn't get sold. Maybe they didn't get lost. Maybe some other more expensive coins actually got liquidated. You're not going to hide from this, man. The government wants their money. And you Bitcoiners that believe that the government was going to let you trade without paying any fees on US soil, I'm sorry, but like, you guys sold a bill of goods. Okay, that's just not, I never read that. I didn't read that in the Satoshi paper. Okay, I know other people read it, but I didn't read it that way. And I also didn't read that peer-to-peer was going to be tomorrow morning. You know, we put no time frame on any of this. We go, oh, the white paper, it's going to happen tomorrow morning. I don't think so. So we have a lot to do, but man, if you ever thought Bitcoin wasn't a real deal, when the United States Treasury Department releases a 350-page document, that is validation. Okay, they're not doing this because they're going to shut it down. No chance. They're doing this because they're regulating it. They're regulating it because they like it.